Does work for us. LaFleur.
LaFleur? Like what? It's LaFleur.
Well, unfortunately, I've already tried to correct Prang once, and he just gave me attitude. So.
D-Doubler. Oh boy, that's a mouthful. D-Doubler. She's close to me. She's an hour away from where I live. That's cool. Honey baked.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow AdrianCollegeTV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at AdrianCollegeTV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
Battling in front. Bulldogs taking a couple looks at it. Pass back, Ben. First shot finds its way through.
Continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. "161 years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence."
I believe that if you get your degree, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
A new season in the Arrington Ice Arena awaits the women's NCAA hockey team for the Adrian College Bulldogs. It's also the conference opener here in the NCAA conference. The Bulldogs will take on the Marian Sabres. Bulldogs enter today's contest 0-2. Facing off against the Sabres, who come in 2-0 on their season under first-year head coach Joe Girardin. Hello and welcome to the Arrington Ice Arena here on the campus of Adrian College. Joining me today is Jack Whitehead. My name is Sean Whitmer. We have an exciting contest ahead of us today as the Bulldogs welcome a familiar foe in the Sabres. Jack, how you feeling about today's contest?
Home opener, blood is flowing. I think these Bulldogs are ready to bounce back off 2 tough losses to the number 2 team in the country. Over a third of this year's team is freshmen so far. It's tough to go into number 2 Augsburg to play in their first collegiate games. Now they get the first chance to play on home ice, first conference career game. It's going to be an exciting one.
Yeah, and you talk freshmen. One of those freshmen has already marked a goal for herself, that being number 28, Maddie Lowe, freshman, 5'9", out of Petoskey, Michigan. Previously played for Bell Tire, and I'm sure she'll be looking to add on to that goal tally and the successful start to her season. Talking with head coach Chad Davis before today's contest, made sure to highlight just how important a role she'll play for this team this season.
Yeah, he really described her as one of those power forwards, especially sitting at 5'9". Like you said, one of the bigger bodies on this Bulldog team. Already got that first goal out of the way. That gets the monkey off her back. She knows she could score. Another one that Coach Davis highlighted was Kaylee Simon, one of the returning defensemen on this Bulldog team. Bulldogs really young. We're going to have starting lineups here coming up. Sophie Lacola and Claire Castle will start on the defense for the Bulldogs. Both are freshmen. Bulldogs are going to have a lot of freshmen playing in their first career games. Coach Davis and company have their work cut out to keep them calm, cool, and collected for this one.
Yeah, and taking a look back at last week before we move into this game, of course, we have mentioned already that it was a little bit of a tough loss over in Augsburg in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Bulldogs fell in the first game 4-1. They fell in game 2 3-2. But their special teams has played good. They were playing the number 2 team in the nation while they sat at number 9, and you can tell the voters think that it was a good matchup because neither team has moved in their rankings. They sat exactly the same here today. Courtney Ben, Maddie Lowe, and Paige Pomerleau all scored goals for the Bulldogs in that series.
Yeah, the Bulldogs went 9 for 10 on the power play. There's good and bad to that. The good is obviously the 90% kill rate. The bad is also taking 10 penalties in 2 games. That's against a really fierce opponent in Augsburg. Highlighting on the power play, went 2 for 7. Not too bad. They went 2 for 4. In the game, they lost 3-2. So there's a lot of stuff to build on if you're the Bulldogs and Coach Davis.
As the Bulldogs get ready to take the ice through the smoke, and they'll skate on to the AIA for the first time this year. The horn sounds, and it's for celebratory reasons. The Bulldogs are back. You mentioned we're going to talk about starting lineups later. Kira Stack started both games in net for the Bulldogs there in that first series, and she's going to be starting in net again tonight, getting 3 straight without a break. You wonder if that's going to boost her confidence or hurt her play, not getting a chance to catch her breath.
Yeah, talking with Coach Davis, he said wonderful things about her. Regardless of going 0-2, she did have a .907 save percentage and a 3.5 goals against average, really holding that Augsburg powerful offensive attack to manageable games for the Bulldogs position players. And now we kind of get the sense this is sort of a pick-me-up game. Bulldogs probably highly favored, coming in nothing against Marian University. The Bulldogs have really run this show head-to-head matchups over the years, coming in, believe they have 1 tie and then 33 or 34 wins, or they're 37-0-1 all time against this Sabres team.
Yeah, and I think the Bulldogs are just going to do everything they can. They're going to play their style of hockey, and they're going to try to build on some momentum as they look ahead. This is a 2-game series, and I'm going to throw it over to my partner, Jack Whitehead, to talk about some starting lineups.
As we see on the defense, Ella Spies and Caitlin Traver on defense, Yasniak, Crawford, and Miller. Up front, Traver, one of the defensemen, did pick up an assist in their early 2 wins for the Sabres. Are coming in 2-0, so maybe they could shock the world. And that Ella Spies actually leads the team with 3 points already. going up to the forwards now. Logan Crawford comes in with a goal and an assist. And then Piper Miller, the returner, comes back, scoring 2 goals last year. See if she can build on that performance.
Yeah, we talk about roster turnover. This Marian team last year only scored 32 goals as a team, and their leading returners all tied with 2. That was Piper Miller, Bateman, and Sawinski.
For Stack, we already talked about it. She was great. High praise from her coaches. Had a .907 save percentage. Going from the defense here, Sophie Lacola and Claire Castle. 2 freshmen will get their first home playoff home opener action in their collegiate careers. Lacola leads the team with 2 assists in points. Now shifting up to forwards, Ava Mataliano. She transferred in from Plattsburgh State. She's expected to have a big role. And then another one that Coach Davis really highlighted was Emma Simon coming back. She will start at center here. And then you already mentioned Paige Pomerleau, one of those X factors for the Bulldogs. She already scored a goal already. She plays a lot of forward and defense last year. See if that carries over into this year.
As both teams get ready for the national anthem, we're ready for it up here in the booth, and we're ready for puck drop. Don't go anywhere. We'll have that right after this short break.
Every day, all right? Love you guys. Win on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a 3rd-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevy is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Hello and welcome back inside the Arrington Ice Arena. Got the national anthem out of the way. Now we're ready for some NCAA women's ice hockey. Joining me is Jack Whitehead. My name is Sean Whitmer, and got about a minute left until puck drop. Any final thoughts for this matchup here today, Jack?
Yeah, I got a few people to kind of highlight here. For Marian, it's going to start in net with Jillian Traver. She's 1-0, hasn't allowed a goal. She got the shutout, but she's going to be a lot more highly contested. She faced 13 shots in game number 1. I think the Bulldogs are going to put a lot more pressure on her here this evening. And then for the Bulldogs, it's just the 2 mainstays. Riley Johnson, in her first game, missed the 2 in Augsburg. She's going to really boost this offensive attack now that she's back. And then the returner, Courtney Benn, led the team last year with 22 goals.
As the Bulldogs get things started, and now going the other way, the Sabres will dump it in underneath. Picking up the puck, Pomerleau, trying to make a play for it. Simon got aggressive. It's Shot from the blue line, recovered near the corner. Battling for possession as both teams putting some sticks in there. Puck trickles loose, pass to Pomerleau. She's got 2 defenders to beat. Pomerleau breaking towards the net. Poked underneath. Bulldogs 1 minute in. Passed back. Castle has it wrapping the boards. Simon looking for the flip, and it's taken away. Pass up. A bit of a ghost pass there, and it's going to be played from Byer. It's now Kaylee Simon plays it off the boards. Going back, it gets past Kaylee Simon. Byer chasing after it. Byer passes back. Nice cross-ice feed up to Hubenschmidt. Allie Hubenschmidt gets through the legs, and it's poked away. Now she passes into the slot. Ben couldn't handle it. Kaylee Simon dumps it back into the opposite corner. Stolen by Hubenschmidt. She keeps it in the offensive zone. Now it'll escape. D-to-D pass. Byer up ice. Carpenter will just float this one underneath. Ben scoops up the loose puck. Break supplied by Ben. Riley Johnson seeing her first action of the season. Pass to Lowe. Can't get enough of it. Now it's back. Bulldogs battling for possession. It's Richardson. Puck is loose. Johnson kicks it. She recovered the puck, is now bounces through the slot. The one-time shot off a body from a Bulldog. Played back to Sturgeon. It's going to be off the boards. Lowe almost setting a screen there. Sturgeon picks up the deflected, and she'll fan on the shot. Going into the corner. Johnson picks up the loose puck, flips it underneath. Lowe will chase after it. Pass up to the point. Now D-to-D. Deflects off the stick of Sturgeon. Goes underneath. A lot of back and forth hockey here. Still no whistles. Lowe chasing after it. All alone. Everyone else went for a change. She's got 3 defenders. She splits them. Pass. And the shot is off. That was Lacala. Almost wanted to say Maya Roy. So used to seeing the 8 in white being the former Bulldog who is now graduated. Chasing after things and going the other way is Gonzalez. This gets poked off the stick. Castle has her pass go way too long. I believe it's picked up by Quinn. Slapped down. Spinning and stolen away by Gonzalez. Pressure applied. Castle makes the pass to Lacala. Now back to Castle. Nice feed up the ice. Westfall sent it all the way around. It's going to be poked forward to LaFleur. Battling for possession is Markovich. Will go underneath for Lacala. Leaves it. Castle gets pressured. Lacala will recover the loose puck underneath her own net. Now the pass. The Sabres battling. Puck still loose. The shot doesn't go in. Somehow doesn't go in the back of the net.
I mean, a great start here for the Sabres. We were talking all about the Bulldogs early, but it's been the Sabres really applying the most pressure. Somehow that puck snuck through the blue paint and out the other side.
Going the other way and covered up for our first whistle, and it comes 4 minutes and 40 seconds into the game. Let's look at that missed opportunity by the Sabres back on the other end.
Yeah, taking another look. It was just sort of a scramble play for both teams. Puck just got flung out in front, bodies diving everywhere, and then just poked wide the last second.
Chasing after it is Byer. And the race is over because we have icing. This is a part of the game that the Sabres are really going to want to avoid. playing against this Bulldogs team.
Yeah, you get the feeling the Bulldogs are just maybe a little bit nervous. Like we mentioned earlier, a lot of freshmen, a lot of new faces early in the season. Home opener, first home collegiate game. 4 minutes in, Sabres have brought most of the energy. Bulldogs are going to have to snap out of this and start applying some pressure.
As it's a 2-on-2 opportunity, Johnson gets beat. And now it's just going to be dumped into the opposite side corner. Bulldogs transitioning. It's low. The freshman puts the brakes on into the corner. Back to Sturgeon on the point. D-to-D pass. The shot in front, still loose. Another opportunity. Trickles behind the back of the net. Sturgeon deflects that one and sends it in. I believe it's Annalise Klein playing the other defensive spot with Sturgeon right now. As this is back, Sturgeon. As Klein has made the change, Sturgeon didn't have the chance. It's off the boards by Bateman. Poking at it is Simon. That's Emma Simon. Now past D-to-D. Up ice feed, stolen away by Sturgeon. Makes a nice move, Sturgeon with the breakaway chance. The shot at the hard angle and covered up. A nice save there. And they're going to call it a goal.
Yeah, the referees are going to talk about this, so we'll get another look. One official blew the whistle, the other one said goal. And a really nice defensive play there for the Bulldogs. Sturgeon, and she just shoots it from a sharp angle. You can see Pomerleau at the last second try and shoot it in. I don't know who's they're crediting the goal to. If it is Pomerleau, it is her second. Officials still talking about it, but yeah, it looked like that puck was covered by Traver.
I think the puck was trapped originally in between the elbow and the rib cage by Traver. It squeezed out, but I don't know if the whistle happened first. It could have been a quick whistle, and that's what the officials are talking about right now.
The whistle blew, and then Pomerleau slapped it into the net, so unless the puck was actually in the net before Pomerleau whacked it home, then this should not count. Of course, we do not have a perfectly good angle down there. We can't really see as the referees are still talking about this.
As we'll take one more look at it. Maybe they'll take a look at our Jumbotron as well. As they're going to wave it off here in the rink as we watch again. Sturgeon did a good job. It was just...
You can see at the last second, Pomerleau is behind the goaltender, Traver, and she hits it in. So I guess they're going to say the whistle had gone already. One of the officials is talking with head coach Chad Davis, getting an exclamation. The other one is talking with Pomerleau. Regardless, this will be 0-0.
And I think that's the right call. At the end of the day, if the whistle sounded when it was already trapped, Pomerleau, at the end of the day, the athlete needs to do what the athlete needs to do, and tried to capitalize on a good moment there.
Yeah, it was a smart play by Pomerleau. She saw the puck lying in behind Traver. She does the right thing. She hits it in.
You could tell from her teammates, too, though. They heard the whistle. They had all stopped playing. She just seen the puck come out after the whistle and tried to make the most of a fortuitous opportunity. It just, well...
I don't think Coach Davis agrees as he just turned his back to the official, walks back behind his bench. Don't think he's satisfied with what he's hearing.
Well, at the end of the day, you gotta play to the officials and try to get them to call things your way. Maybe now he'll get a fortuitous whistle himself later. So it's going to be a face-off to the glove side. And poked clear. Stat comes out, plays it. Be off the boards. Pomerleau dumps it forward. Simon applying the pressure. It's off the boards. Pomerleau catches it. Dumps it all the way down and wraps it around. Not quite sure how Pomerleau caught that puck through the contact. Now dumped underneath. Making some nice plays is Bayer. forgive me, this is Bayer. Sends one in, it deflects. Now Simon with the shot. Looking to make the glove save, but the puck never got there. And some physicality, a player goes down. Chasing after it is Pomerleau, dumps into the corner. Bulldogs will make a change. Sturgeon picks up the puck. Of course, Sturgeon, the original shooter. Now Bayer's shot deflected. Finds some air. Goes into the corner. Kaylee Simon can't handle it on the blue line. As they battle for possession. Simon takes it into the offensive zone. Now they battle. Once again, Sturgeon back by herself. One-on-one chance. Sturgeon using the pitchfork to put an end to that opportunity. Pass up ice feed. It's touched by Ben, so it'll wave off icing.
That's the shift we more expected from the Bulldogs. That top line of Metaliano, Simon, and Pomerleau in the Sabre end for the majority of their shift, getting a lot of good opportunities. That's the more the Bulldog way that we've been accustomed to seeing.
As Sturgeon will dump this in from just outside the blue line, so Bulldogs will have to make a change. And you would have almost wanted to see the Sturgeon, or the Sabres, mind you, play that puck, because Bulldogs touch it. It's a whistle anyway. They can't score on that opportunity. Play it out and try to create a nice chance for your offense.
Yeah, I'm not sure Traver knew the exact thing that was happening. Maybe a little communication breakdown from the defense. If they told her that that was the delayed offsides, she might have played it.
Up to low in the neutral zone. Can't handle the puck, in a big physical play at the blue line. They'll let them play. No arm raised. Nice stick work there. Pass up to Lowe. 1-on-2, now 2-on-3. Lowe plays it off the boards. It goes underneath. Diving in is Johnson. Playing it into the bench area. That is number 8, Sophie Lacala. Still going to have to get used to not instinctively saying Maya Roy for that one. Lacala making her name for herself in her own right. The freshman out of Brighton, Michigan. Last played for the Little Caesars team.
You say Lacala. I've been struggling with Sturgeon and Trubin. Number 10, of course, Catherine Trubin being here. Really, her and Roy, really the catalyst of this defense for basically their whole tenure here. It's going to take some getting used to some of these new Bulldogs.
As Lacala just being a nuisance over there against the Sabres. It's going to be picked up. Battling is Ben. Gets fought off. Now dumped in by Spies. Shot from a sharp angle. Picking it up is Hubenschmidt. It's put into the boards. Little cross check there after the play. Pass to Spies, who steals it away, and the glove save will put an end to that opportunity.
You can see why Spies has 3 points already in 2 games. But I'm really impressed with this Sabres team so far. 3-3 shots on goal, holding this Bulldog team to 3 shots. Our stats online actually say they have the edge, 4-3. And now the official score is updated, so it's been a very impressive opening 10 minutes from this Marian University squad.
Puck wraps all the way around. Some physicality there from Sturgeon. Simon plays it back for Klein. Up ice. Nice move by Johnson. Has it poked away. It's going to be picked up by the Bulldogs, but they'll have to reset. Now they're playing in reverse. Klein recovers the loose puck. Spin pass to Johnson. Wasn't ready for it. Almost a mistake made as Gonzalez tried to capitalize. Johnson going the other way. Her first opportunity is blocked away. Battling into the corner is Pomerleau. Johnson still trying to pick up the loose puck. Now it'll wrap the board. Sturgeon traps it. Creates a small mini scrum. Simon poking for the puck. Will go underneath. Slowing things down now. As Bulldogs are resetting with Sturgeon. Sturgeon makes a move, right dot, and this is covered up No, we will continue play. Looked like it got covered. Pass is up. LeClaire has it stolen away. Now sent underneath by Markovic. Markovic trying to play it back for Lowe. Lowe picks up the loose puck. The freshman shot deflects away. Trying to create momentum in the transition is Barres. Tried to play it off the boards to herself. It gets picked up by Markovic, who takes a tumble. Bulldog fans want an arm, and no arm is raised. Bayer and Simon skating back in defense. It's passed from Simon to Bayer. Now up, stolen away. No, right back was Ben. It's going to be recovered by Westfall. Stolen away. Bulldogs, Courtney Bent going the other way with an opportunity. Makes a move and has a little contact. Officials letting him play. A little spinning before the pass there, but the pass is off. Mullen has an opportunity, and the shot is wide. Now flips off the helmet of, I believe, Castle, and great stick work by Allie Hubenschmidt. Attacking is Traver, the shot into the glove. More physicality in the crease. And I'd like to remind you to stay connected with all the action by following @AdrianCollegeTV on social media. From game highlights to campus events, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment. Follow @AdrianCollegeTV today. And on all those other social media platforms, we post a lot of short-form content with a lot of different teams. As this is kicked away, picked up by Simon. Now Johnson trying to transition. Makes a move, and no, it's poked away. Pomerleau comes up with the loose puck. Great stick work on defense once again. Crawford has it stolen away. Pomerleau, up ice feed to Simon. Simon goes wide. Gets trapped between two defenders. Pomerleau plays it back. It's stolen away. Now off the boards. It escapes the zone. Bayer picks it up. Back to Simon. That's Kaylee Simon. As the sisters are on the ice together, that can get confusing sometimes.
Yeah, it's not great for a broadcaster. Taking a look over at the Marian side of things, Joe Girardin, is the only coach on the bench right now. You really only see, if you could look over at the Bulldogs side of things, you see Coach Davis chatting it up. The few players, they have 3 and then some trainers. Joe Girardin is just by himself over there on the Marian side.
As the Bulldogs pass into the crease is poked away. This gets played off the boards by Sturgeon. Sabres with an opportunity. It's Hunter weaving through the defense and sends a shot just wide. Sturgeon will pick it up. Sturgeon being the mainstay right now for this Bulldogs team. Feel like I've said her name quite a lot. Off the boards, up ice feed for Mataliano. It's stolen away. Another shot goes over the net. Mataliano battling for possession. Klein now over in that left corner. It's stolen away. Tadovic's shot is covered up, and we will have a whistle.
I just want to go back to my recent point of Joe Girardin being the only guy there. Not quite sure if he has other assistant coaches, but usually you have 2 or 3. You have one for goaltender coach, obviously. Then you have an offensive-minded coach and a defensive-minded coach. And I guess he's just taking the reins to himself. He's in his first year. He is 2-0, so we can't really knock him so far.
As this puck takes an odd bounce up over the net. Now they play it forward. They go back behind the net. Chasing after it is Simon. Her pass gets blocked. Bayer was creating space, but the Bulldogs will still be in their defensive zone as Simon essentially clotheslined the Sabre player in the corner. It's loose in front, and it takes a Bulldog bounce into the corner.
Bulldogs really can't get anything going offensively. They're just stuck in their own end.
There's a turnover at the blue line, and eating that shot was a Bulldogs player. Now trying to create some space. LaFleur has it go off the boards. Opportunity for the Sabres. Up and into the netting.
It's been all Sabres, quite frankly. Parker Bayer with a huge block on one of those last plays, but you know, we kind of expected. Bulldogs outscored Marian University 21-2 last year, winning both games, but this looks like a completely different Marian team. Obviously the Bulldogs losing a lot of key pieces on their team, but don't sleep on this Marian team right now. They've had all four lines flying around so far. It's just a matter of if they can keep that up for 60 minutes.
Johnson trying to transition the other way as the puck is stolen. Now Johnson backward feed. Back up to Johnson in the neutral zone. It's stolen away. A little dump and chase. Castle picks it up off the boards. Pomerleau can't handle it. It's slapped down. A call, nothing for high stick there, waving that off. Now pass up ice. Simon takes it on the backhand, tries to make a move in front, and it's poked away. Attacking into the slot was Lowe. Some contact. Lowe picks it up, has it stolen off her stick. Transitioning is the Sabres. Dumping it in. Now battling for possession. Chasing after it is Richardson. It's going to wrap around the boards. Picked up by Hunter. Tried to pass it to Gonzalez in the neutral zone. Now both teams fighting. It's poked into the bench area, up and over the head of a Bulldog player. As shots on goal right now favoring the Sabres, and I don't think this is quite what many of the fans expected, as we have quite a few up in the Wow Cafe.
I don't think anyone really expected this. I'm sure even some Marian University players didn't really expect most of this. They've just been dominating. Our shot total online says 9 shots to 5 for Marian, which is almost double Adrian's. Something we really just did not expect to see so far. Credit to the Sabres.
As the Bulldogs pick it up in the corner, battling for possession, it's stolen away. And just not enough speed to escape. Klein, who passes it back to Sturgeon. Now up ice, stolen away. Klein, right place, right time. Bulldogs poke it off the boards. It's Klein doing it solo. Mataliano pursuing it into the corner. Leaves it behind. Ben back to Mataliano. Now wraps it using the boards. Going the other way. Shot from about that halfway line. Kaylee Simon can't get it. Tough angle. Deflects away. Carpenter gets physical. Pass behind. Up ice. Ben doesn't make contact with it. It won't have the legs for icing, as Miller will corral it. Plays it back. Picking it up is Hubenschmidt. Gover, Bayer tries to play it off the boards. This one up over Bayer. Miller is going to get called for offsides, I believe. There was some Sabre players in the offensive zone. Bayer, mind you, think that was Miller, touched it in the neutral zone.
Head coach Girardin has to be really thrilled about his team's start here today. If they can get to the intermission tied at 0, I think that's definitely a win. You see a lot in some underdog games. As long as they can keep it within that 1 goal, maybe even 2 goals, especially tied, the longer it stays tied, the more pressure builds on the team that's favored.
Italiano's shot blocked. Now pass into the crease. It'll go the other way. Fighting for possession. Spinning around. Trying to make a move. It's stolen back to Castle. Now underneath, Italiano. Can't handle it. Fighting in the corner for possession. 1 minute remains here in the first period. Both teams battling. Bulldogs pick it up. The shot is wide. Castle was looking for it. Has had a good opportunity. 30 seconds. Bulldogs have a chance to set up one more rush. This is off the boards. Big physicality. Reardon can't do anything with it. Now played, going the other way. And stolen away by the Bulldogs as Hunter couldn't handle it. It's up into the netting, and we will have another whistle.
Yeah, the Bulldogs, they just seem a little disconnected at times and places. Not really any tape-to-tape passes like we're accustomed to seeing. You thought coming in after losing 2 really hard-fought games to the number 2 team in the nation, they'd be playing a little bit better, but I mean, credit to the Sabres.
As that shot was caught by Bayer. Threw me and you off up here in the booth, and now it's stolen away. Going the other way is Simon. Up ice feed. Pomerleau couldn't handle it. Recovered by Johnson, who will send it on net. The horn sounded before, so it won't go to their shot on goal tally. But the Bulldogs sitting in a deadlock tie with the Marian University Sabres. Sitting at 0-0. Shots on goal favoring the Sabres. As it's 10-6, according to our official stats. Bulldogs struggling a little bit out the gate.
Yeah, the official stats just changed, actually. 12-6 now. Marian getting credited with the shots. I mean, it's kind of a stunner up here in the booth. We weren't really expecting this. Credit to the Sabres, like I've been saying, but I mean, if you're Adrian, Coach Davis and company, they have a lot of things that they need to work on and work through. They're getting outshot. They're losing in the face-off department 7-6. More blocked shots for Marian, really in every which way. Marian is just dominating the Bulldogs, which all credit goes to them, but this Bulldogs team has got to pick it up and get going if they want to sort of get their first win on the board.
Yeah, looks like there's going to be a bruiser shootout here in the rink in between the first and second period. But looking ahead to the second period, what do the Bulldogs have to do to come out and be more what we expect?
Yeah, well, they got to get more connected. They have to play as a team. It's a lot of individual efforts right now. It's a lot of flipping the puck out. It's a lot of high off the glass, which is fine at times, but you really got to establish some offensive zone presence. You have to establish pass or tape-to-tape passes to really put Marian on their heels, because right now Marian, they love where they're at. They're down by, or excuse me, they're tied. They're out shooting Adrian. Adrian came in. They lost the Slats Cup final last year in heartbreaking fashion to St. Norbert College in overtime there in Wisconsin. You'd think they have a little bit more urgency. And for the Sabres, like, they open with number 9 Adrian, and then they play at home, and they play at home and home with St. Norbert. So really not an easy schedule to open up. But so far they beat Beloit 5-2 in game 1 and 4-0 in game 2, and now they're hanging tough with number 9 Bulldogs. And I've tried to say this kind of throughout. It just matters if they can play for a full 60 minutes. Any team can play well for 20 minutes, but it's when you keep going, Bulldogs are going to keep pounding. and eventually we're going to see if they break. But right now, Jillian Traver in net really hasn't had to make any big saves. She's still kept a clean sheet for 4 periods in a row. See if that can continue in period number 2.
And touching on things, of course, as you mentioned there, the Bulldogs have to get things rolling. They have to move the momentum. They have to play as a team, realistically. And if you're talking about the coaching standpoint of things, that's the easy thing to tell the coach, or that's the easy thing for head coach Chad Davis to tell his team. If you're head coach John Girardin, you're sitting at a 2-0 record in your career. It's your first year at Marian. This is the first time you've been the head coach at this level, and you're absolutely rolling right now. And I would say you outperformed the Bulldogs there in the first period of play.
And we can say all this up here. We can make excuses for the Bulldogs. They did lose 6 of their top 8 point scorers from a year ago today, but they still have the 2 leaders of this team, in my opinion. Courtney Benn, who led the team with 22 goals last year, and then Riley Johnson, who had 47 points in 29 games. Obviously, maybe her legs aren't completely under her. This is her first game of the year, so maybe it's going to take a while, but eventually someone on this Bulldog team has to step up. Stack in net. Kiera Stack has been brilliant so far. Bulldogs are really lucky to be deadlocked at 0. She's made some big saves with the Bulldogs. Got to flip the tide and start attacking way more.
And you mentioned Courtney Benn and Riley Johnson. The toughest part's been the fact that they haven't been on the ice as much. Riley Johnson wasn't in the starting line to begin things, but she's taken a lot of ice time with Emma Simon and Paige Pomerleau. Wonder if they're just working her in, as this is her first game of the season. On the other side of things, Courtney Benn playing alongside Carly Carpenter and Allie Hubenschmidt. A very talented line, but hasn't been able to capitalize on things as much here today. That will be the first period of action. I'd like to remind you to stay tuned, as we'll be back for period number 2 here on ACTV.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at AdrianCollegeTV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Gotten an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
One-on-one battles lead to unit battles, which lead to team battles, and then a big victory at the end. Nothing different today than what you do every day, all right? Love you guys. Win on three. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1:15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Are you looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Adrian College has built something very special. You've created not just an academic environment, but a culture of physical excellence, discipline, and resilience. You've turned this college into a place where pushing the limits isn't the exception, it's the expectation.
We leave here with countless memories, loyal friendships, and moments that have shaped our character far beyond what we could have imagined when we stepped onto campus. So now, class of 2025, we've come a long way, and I know as we step into this next chapter, we'll step into a new exciting adventure. I know we will do so in faith, in confidence, and in gratitude. Thank you guys, and congratulations, Adrian College, class of 2025.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
Hello and welcome back inside the Arrington Ice Arena here on the campus of Adrian College in Adrian, Michigan. My partner today is Jack Whitehead, and my name is Sean Whitmer. Welcome you back after the first period of action. We get ready for the second period. About a minute and 40 left on the clock until the puck will drop. Jack, any notes coming out of that first period?
Just the Bulldogs getting outplayed, essentially. I mean, you look back to a year ago, Bulldogs outshot Marian University 117-17 in 2 games. You look at the score sheet right now, Marian has 12 shots on goal. So they've already have 12 shots. They're only 5 shots worse, and they've played 5 less periods. Bulldogs only with 6 shots at 117 last year. Courtney Bennett, 4 goals. Palmer Lou had 3 goals. Hubenschmidt had 3 goals. Against this team last year, Johnson somehow did not have any. She did have 4 assists, though, chiming in. But this is a new goalie for Marian. Sydney Magnuson started both games for Marian last year, so maybe it's got something to do with her. But regardless, the Bulldogs got to get shots to the net. And they really got to play with the lead. They got to get in the offensive attacking end and start punishing some of these defensive plays by the Sabres.
As the sophomore netminder out of Beloit, Wisconsin, Jillian Traver, starts getting her creases she so hopes, and UC Kira Stack doing the same for the Bulldogs on that end. Looks like the starting defensive line for the Dogs will be Annalise Klein and Parker Bayer. Definitely the defensive line that had the most action on the defensive end there in the first period of play. Puck is dropped and Johnson wins it. Simon plays it a little long, chasing after it, now battling into the corner. It's off the boards. Klein picks it up, D-to-D pass. Now sent in front, bouncing around, it's still loose and knocked away. Sabres will play it up, it's slapped down. Poking back and forth, Pomerleau dumps it in from outside the red line. Traver leaves it. Now the pass is up ice. Yasenik chasing after right now as Johnson comes away with the puck. Simon tries to pick up the loose puck. Now it's passed in front off the leg of Johnson. Fans on the shot attempt. Simon now dumps it underneath for Johnson, chasing after it. Picking things up is Traver. Cross ice feed. Courtney Ben gets fancy, goes high. Karam's off the glass. Bulldogs keep it in their offensive end for a moment as Lakala plays it back. Big contact into the board. Arm is raised. Stack going to the bench area. It's going to be an extra skater for the Bulldogs. Almost another whistle, and now a broken stick. Keeps the Bulldogs having the advantage. There's the whistle and the penalty.
I mean, I think they could have called about 3 penalties in that play. Bulldogs only going to get rewarded with 1 as Courtney Ben looked a little bit shaken. Took a big hit, but you already see head coach Chad Davis mix up some lines. You have Johnson with Simon and Pomerleau to start off the game, trying to get Johnson back into the thing of things. And now we got to see the power play. Power play was 2 for 7 against the number 2 team in the nation. Now we try and see if the Bulldogs can get some action. On the downside of that, their first line just played for a minute and a half, so they're going to have to start with power play number 2.
Yeah, and Coach Davis made the change to that opening line about midway through the first period, making things happen on the fly as Simon goes wide. Pass underneath. 2 of the 3 goals for the Bulldogs have come on the power play. Now pass back door. Pomerleau was winding up for the one-timer as this will trickle into the corner. Simon picks it up. Now passed. Battling, loose puck, shot will score! Paige Pomerleau!
It's a big goal for Adrian. It's probably the easiest goal Paige Pomerleau will ever score. Just thrown towards the net. Believe it. Went off the skates. Number 48, Jessica Tadevich, right in front. And unfortunately for the Sabres, no chance for Jillian Traver. Bulldogs get a much-needed goal early in this second period.
As Carpenter battling for the face-off, it goes the other way. Now passed up ice. Hubenschmidt let it go. Bulldogs pick it up. Klein in the corner. D-to-D pass, now up ice feed. Battling for possession. It's tapped away. Kicked forward. As the Bulldogs fighting for possession underneath. It's an up ice feed. Chasing after it is Bayer. Long pass to the blue line, now cross ice. Reardon shot is blocked away. Bulldogs still trying to battle for possession. Some more physicality. Going the other way is Hunter. She will dump it and make the change. Johnson, or mind you, I believe that's Lacola. Now, puck will escape. This puck stolen away. Courtney Ben shot deflects and it off the skate. Now transitioning the other way as Lowe couldn't handle it. Little scrum there against the boards. Bulldogs come out. It's Maddie Lowe skating up ice. The powerful shot off the iron and in. Maddie Lowe gets her second.
I mean, head coach Chad Davis raved about her. And I guess this is why. Just an absolute perfect shot from the top of the circle, right underneath the blocker and the arm of goaltender Traver. Now this is sort of the Bulldog hockey we have been accustomed to seeing. All four lines really getting in that offensive end, attacking, and cycling the puck below the line and wearing out the Sabre defense. It's been a pretty impressive start to this second period. See if the Bulldogs can keep improving, keep pounding on this Sabre defense.
Face off won by the Bulldogs. Simon playing it near the boards, has it stolen away. It's back. Passing back and forth. Now up ice feed. Pomerleau can't handle it. Simon crashing into the boards. Put the brakes on just in time. Emma Simon makes a move behind the net. Takes a tumble. The whistle will sound. And Riley Johnson protecting her teammate.
Yeah, you absolutely love to see that. If you're head coach Davis, even if Riley Johnson gets a penalty here, I believe she is. Riley Johnson will get a penalty. You absolutely love that if you're a Bulldog teammate. She did everything right. If I'm the head coach, I'd take that penalty 9 times out of 10. And now Johnson skating back over to the bench. Referee just either changed his mind or there was miscommunication. Regardless, that's what you want for a teammate. Riley Johnson standing up for her teammates. Bulldogs will get their second power play.
As the Bulldogs already scored once on the power play, they'll look to do the same here. Passed back to the point. The shot deflected away, and it will escape the zone. Lacola plays it back. As now up, Emma Simon skating down the left side. It's tangled up in front. The shot off the iron. It's still loose. The shot will score!
There was a hooking penalty really gone uncalled right before this goal, but now we're starting to see the Bulldogs play Bulldog hockey. Simon, you can see, draws a hooking penalty, clear cut. Pomerleau almost had her second off the post, and another gaping cage for the Bulldogs. Now just sort of winding down. And a timeout here is going to be taken by the Sabres smartly by Joe Girardi just to calm his group down.
Yeah, that's really the right move there. If you're the head coach of the Sabres, you played so well at the start of the game, and we'll take a quick look at the stats after the first period. This is what we had after the first 20 minutes of play, and it was really a close game, as you can see.
Yeah, the Bulldogs really just getting outplayed in that first period. Flipped the script of the second, but yeah, Marian 12 shots on net, the Bulldogs 6. It's now officially, pull these up, the shots are 12-11 Marians. The Bulldogs 5 shots in this second period to the Marian Sabres 0. The 2 power plays have helped that, but Bulldogs really starting to apply their pressure to this Sabre team. See if they can keep building on that. Already have 3 goals in 5 minutes. See if the floodgates start to open.
As 15 minutes remain here in this period. Power play goal for the Bulldogs. 15:03 left. And it's going to be Carpenter taking the opening face-off of the period. Chasing after it is Simon. Bayer will be the first one there. Carpenter's pass stolen away. Able to escape the zone. Bulldogs a little bit sloppy with the stick work. Chasing after the puck is Traver. Off the boards, it wraps. Couldn't make the quick pass. Was Gonzalez. As now the Bulldogs are trying to apply the pressure. Klein will pick up the puck in the corner. Played over. And the Bulldogs defense does it once again. Now trying to create a transition opportunity. Richardson unhappy, had an opportunity on the backside. Instead it's a dump and change for the Bulldogs. Klein on the blue line, her shot hits a teammate. That is the first sighting of the day for the Dobbelair. As
I think head coach Davis just wanted to get his main units on, especially early in this game, to kind of get the lead so the Bulldogs have a little bit of room to play with, and they finally do, so now we're starting to see some of these freshmen.
That is quick correction, that is D-Dobbler. So D-Dobbler has her first ice time of the game. Going the other way. Nice opportunity there, but it's going to be an opportunity for Carpenter the other way. Breakaway and the diving defensive effort. Great work by the Sabres defense. Going the other way is Crawford. Skating to her left. Keeps it on the backhand, now into the corner. Plays it behind her. In the middle of a line change, so no help there for Crawford. Miller battling Carpenter, will dump it underneath. You got to be upset if you're Carpenter right now as this puck gets by everyone making a change. Lacola, D-to-D pass. It's Simon up ice, blocked by Crawford. Still battling, and Crawford will pick it up. Now pass back into her own zone. It's going to be played up to Miller. Now dumped in. Simon will pick up the loose puck. Pass up. Reardon's pass barely got to Simon, but Simon makes a great move up the ice and stolen away. Great job trapping there on the dot. Kaylee Simon now plays it in reverse. It's up to Reardon off the boards. Chasing after it is Reardon and Emma Simon. This one going to be recovered by Emma Simon, now dumped in by Mataliano, mind you, as Richardson battles for possession. That essentially was a shot in front. It's going to be played underneath. Mataliano back to the point, now D-to-D. Kaylee Simon sends one back door. Emma Simon shot blocks away. Kaylee Simon, one-timer. It had eyes for a Sabre defender. Now going the other way is the Sabres offense. Breaks applied. Pass cross ice. Had no teammates available, and a delayed offside here. Sabres didn't think so, but we will have a face-off in the neutral zone.
Yeah, going back a little bit, Catherine Yusinik on that diving defensive play on Carpenter. Really, really good play. And then you saw the Bulldogs sort of get it back in the offensive end. You saw Simon set up her teammate. Now you kind of get the sense the Bulldogs have found their groove. Took them a bit, but now you can kind of sense they're starting to dominate this play.
Picking it up in the corner. Now up over Klein. Just outside the circle. Pass back door is broken up by a couple Sabre defenders. Pomerleau can't handle it. LeClaire shot into the glove and a great save. Staying aware was Kira Stack.
Yeah, that's the Sabres' first shot of the period, so Stack just kind of standing there by herself for 9 and change, finally getting not really the easiest of saves, getting shot really right in front of her from the top of the circle. Does make it look easy. Makes her 12th or 13th save of the evening.
As the Bulldogs now looking for an opportunity. Back to Traver. Unable to handle it cleanly, battling on the blue line. It'll go the other way. Looks like the Sabres might be trying to set up a rush. Weaving through everyone. Poking it free, but it's going to be a cross-ice feed for the Bulldogs. Going the other way. Some sloppy play from both teams right now. Sabres trying to turn things up. Hunter chasing after it, and there will be an offside call. As real quick, I'd like to talk to you about Bulldog 101. Don't just dream about college, experience it. Bulldog 101 gives future Bulldogs a full day on campus with tours, receptions, and more. Register now at www.adrian.edu/admissions/visit-campus/Bulldog 101. And speaking of Bulldogs, they are pressuring in their offensive zone. Lacola tried to block it. Crawford chasing after it, tried to steal it away from Castle. Now it's up ice. Mazzoliano dumps it in. Bulldogs will make a change. Only player standing there still was Castle and Lacola. Now Castle takes a tumble on the pass. No icing, but the Bulldogs battling for possession. Will be picked up by the Sabres. Feed up to Jesenik. Now this is underneath. Off the glass. Another pass off the glass. Johnson finds Pomerleau. Pomerleau's pass, backdoor shot, will score!
Yeah, this top line for the Bulldogs, Simon, Pomerleau, and Johnson. I mean, it's basically unstoppable. You see Pomerleau, see Simon from really early on. 2-on-1, goalie picked wrong and defended on Pomerleau. Pomerleau throws it across. Another tap in for Emma Simon. Gets her second of the evening. That line is combined for 3 of the 4 goals. And it is clicking, and that goes to head coach Davis, Chad Davis, switching up those lines early in that first period, about midway through. That line, the top line for the Bulldogs, is rewarding him with 3 goals.
As Maddie Lowe did a little breakdancing act there in the neutral zone. Now chasing after the puck and playing it back behind to Kaylee Simon. Just watched her sister score a goal. Battling for possession in the corner. It'll trickle out, and picking it up, going the other way, is Allie Hubenschmidt. Battling at the center line. As this is recovered by the Bulldogs. Lowe dumps it underneath, chasing after and applying pressure is Courtney Ben. All the pressure being applied right now by the Bulldogs has to be frustrating if you're a Sabre. Now they're battling. It's going to be picked up. No, Carpenter gets battled off. This pass is up ice. Carpenter, it's a 2-on-1 opportunity, and great stick work. Using it defensively with Spies. As the loose puck, Richardson pass to Lacola. Now Richardson can't handle it. Lacola takes that pass off her body. As this is back to the line. Karam's off the boards. Richardson fighting for possession. It's going to be stolen away by Hunter. Hunter from the dot. Her shot is blocked by a Bulldog defender. As Lacola can't keep possession of the puck. Gonzalez fighting for it in the corner. A shot opportunity, and it takes a Marian bounce. Still loose. Picking it up is Laub. It's going to be played underneath the pass into the crease. No, it's deflected into the air. Richardson has it poked away. Picked up by Hansen. Or forgive me, that's Markovic. Klein plays it behind. Pomerleau comes up and forces the turnover. Johnson, up ice feed. Simon makes a move around the defender. Now pass right in front. Johnson takes a shoulder. Kept her wits about her. Klein shot is blocked. Going the other way is Crawford. A breakaway opportunity for the Sabres. Another chance, and the net comes off the post as Crawford fell into it.
Crazy end-to-end action. Block shot there by Crawford going the other way. I believe that was Bayer back for the Bulldogs. Just hits enough of her stick. She goes flying into the post. To add insult to injury, the faceoff will be outside. They're going to deem Crawford went in under her own power, but a few big saves there from Kiera Stack. She's been really, hasn't had much to do this period, but when she's been called upon, she's been very good.
Huben Schmidt crowds the puck after the faceoff. Now Bulldogs playing from deep in their own end. It's passed up. Huben Schmidt chasing after it. It's going to be, it was recovered for a moment by Reardon. Now it's going to be Kaylee Simon. Pass up ice, stolen away. Huben Schmidt with a nice whack at it. Creating pressure is LaFleur. Mataliano. It's back and forth. This one takes a odd bounce. Mataliano's up ice feed, stolen away by Reardon in the neutral zone. No, it's going the other way. Kaylee Simon, first one there, and she makes a nice move to get around one Sabre defender. Mataliano plants it into the boards. LaFleur trying to take away the passing angles. Mataliano just takes away the puck. The wraparound shot is deflected away. And you have 5 Sabre defenders with their eyes on Mataliano at that moment. Now battling into the boards. Fighting for possession. Back at the blue line. The shot in front will go back behind the net. And covered up by Traver. So we will have ourselves a face-off to, I believe, the glove side of Traver here.
Sabres still out shooting the Bulldogs 18-16, but it's sort of been the quality of chances that the Bulldogs have had. Really every big quality chance they've potted in the back of the net, whereas Kiera Stack has been as advertised and really hasn't allowed anything.
As Klein takes a shot into the body and covered up by Traver.
Now we're starting to see some more line shuffles. This is Chad Davis' first conference game. Just wants to see what he has. Simon and Pomerleau are out there centered by DeDobler.
DeDobler standing in, awaiting as I believe Hunter just got thrown off the dot. DeDobler battling, and it'll go in favor of the Sabres. And skating with speed the other way is Bateman. It's played into the corner. Hunter battling with DeDobler. Now passed backward. Gonzalez can't get a hang of it. Simon skating forward with speed. It's going to be Klein picking it up in the neutral zone. Passed back, stolen away. Now sent into the corner. Bulldogs trying to create space. As Lauby will dump it in once again. Klein picks it up and leaves it behind. Pomerleau back to Klein. Played forward. Crawford with the steal. DeDobler. Good job at creating a difficult passing lane. Picking it up is Miller. Miller with the backhand shot. Deflects away. Lauby skates after it, picks it up in the neutral zone. Now going the other way. Lauby with the shot directly into the body. The second chance is up over the net. Bulldogs will clear it, and it won't have a chance at icing. Straight down Broadway to Traver. In a bad pass, the Bulldogs will steal it away, but it's turned over. And a big hit by Ben. No arm raised as Bateman took the tumble.
It looked a little bit incidental, but yeah, Bateman, you can see her flying through the air. Surprised we didn't get a hand up.
Johnson to Richardson. Richardson, the shot is deflected away. Castle, spinning shot attempt, loose in the crease and now covered up as they will protect Traver there. Nice team.
Richardson and Johnson just shoving any Sabre who comes near them. They just skate away, laughing on the bench. A lot better period here for the Bulldogs. We were a little hard on them in the very first period of this game because we thought they'd really dominate the Sabre team. Sabres kept it close for a while, but now we're kind of seeing Bulldog hockey that we've come to see for really the past couple of years.
As the Bulldogs take possession, Sturgeon's shot will take an odd bounce off that stanchion down there, and they're going to say it touched some furniture, so we'll have ourselves an offensive zone draw to the left. Dot there. Looks like it's going to be Carpenter taking the draw for the Bulldogs against number 8 in Church Sawinski. It's back to Bayer. Her shot takes a bounce. Reardon couldn't corral it. Breaks applied. Reardon's pass in front is stolen away. Now Reardon still battling for possession underneath. Carpenter applying some pressure. Simon passes it behind. A nice move. Battling was Hubenschmidt. Carpenter trying to pick it up, and it's stolen away. Carpenter can't handle it. It's into the body of Hubenschmidt off the boards, and the Bulldogs will chase.
Really good stick there by Yasmin Gonzalez in the middle. Hubenschmidt had a really good opportunity. Just got her stick lifted at the last second.
1 minute remains in the second period. Pass into the neutral zone. Taking over and attacking, but it's stolen away. That was Lowe. Already one goal on the game from Maddie Lowe. Is applying the pressure. It's going to be flipped out of the Sabre end. Now up. Lowe can't handle it. Going the other way is Lacola. This shot finds nothing but air. Battling off the boards. Sabres trying to clear it. Gonzalez gets it out of the zone in the neutral zone. Klein. Admarkovich decides to go for the dump and chase instead. And this pass will escape the zone as the clock will expire in the second period of play. Bulldogs lead 4-0. And they added 14 shots on goal there in that second period. The Sabres only able to add 7 shots on goal, so it was 12-6 after one. There in the second period, it was 14-7 in favor of the Bulldogs.
Yeah, that was Bulldog hockey 101, really. I mean, all the lines flowing pretty well in sync. I mean, obviously the big line of Simon, Pomerleau, and Johnson dominating the Sabres in that period, accounting for 3 of the 4 goals. The other coming from Maddie Lowe, the freshman phenom. Head coach Chad Davis talked incredibly highly of. On the Marian side, Ella Spies has been very noticeable for me on defense. She's 5'9". She has a goal and 2 assists on the year already. She looks to be really in control and in position almost every single time they go at her. Don't have the plus minus with me, but I can't imagine she's been on for many goals. Her positioning has been very well throughout. She is even right now, of course, 2 being on the power play, so that skews things a little bit. But yeah, Ella Spies has been very good, and Logan Crawford, the other forward, she's gotten a goal and assist this year. She's been noticeable, obviously had that one partial breakaway before colliding with the net. But a lot of positives to take out of that second period if you're a Bulldog.
Yeah, and talking about Spies did find herself in the sin bin here during that second period there, and that made it so that the Bulldogs were able to tally themselves another goal. Not what you want to see if you are playing defense as well as Spies has been. Just an unfortunate bounce of things.
Yeah, Bulldogs still staying out of the box, which is another big positive to build off of. They had 10 penalty minutes, or 10 penalty minutes, or excuse me, 10 minor penalties, 20 penalty minutes against Augsburg, against number 2 Augsburg, and now they're staying out of the box. They're 2 for 2 power play. We were talking to Coach Davis right before the game. He said special teams are a big factor in women's hockey, and right now his special teams are operating at 100% apiece, so I'm sure he's very pleased with that outcome.
I think he's probably more pleased with the fact that one of his special teams units hasn't even had to see the ice yet. No penalties so far for the Bulldogs through 2 periods has been really the story as we sit. It's 4-0 in favor of the Bulldogs. And my name is Sean Whitmer. Joining me is Jack Whitehead, and we'll be back right after this break.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at AdrianCollegeTV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Gotten an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great, great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. It's what I'm here for.
One-on-one battles lead to unit battles, which lead to team battles, and then a big victory at the end. Nothing different today than what you do every day, all right? Love you guys. Win on three. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1-to-15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Are you looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
The diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Adrian College has built something very special. You've created not just an academic environment, but a culture of physical excellence, discipline, and resilience. You've turned this college into a place where pushing the limits isn't the exception, it's the expectation.
We leave here with countless memories, loyal friendships, and moments that have shaped our character far beyond what we could have imagined when we stepped onto campus. So now, class of 2025, we've come a long way, and I know as we step into this next chapter, we'll step into a new exciting adventure. I know we will do so in faith, in confidence, and in gratitude. Thank you guys, and congratulations, Adrian College, class of 2025.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
Hello and welcome back inside the Arrington Ice Arena. My name is Sean Whitmer. Joining me is Jack Whitehead here on ACTV as we get ready for the third period of play. About 2 minutes left until puck drop. And it was an exciting second period. But first, let's tell everyone about that first period, Jack. What happened in the first period that led us to the excitement of the second period?
Oh, I think the Sabres really played better than Adrian. For the majority of the first period, I think it was all Sabres really just chipping pucks deep, making the Bulldogs' young defense have to turn around, get the puck, and break out 200 feet. Constantly over and over, the Bulldogs really never got going. And then the power play for the Bulldogs started. They got two opportunities early in that second period. They capitalized on both. And then from then, the Bulldogs started playing with more energy, more passion, more aggression. They finally got pucks by Jillian Traver, who came in not allowing any goals in 4 periods, put up 4 on her in that second period alone.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, the 4 goals in the second period, Bulldogs were just rolling. As the horn sounds in tradition, the Bulldogs taking the ice, and they're getting ready to play. 40 seconds until puck drop. It'll be Pomerleau, Johnson, Emma Simon, Richardson, and I believe Bayer taking the ice for the Bulldogs. Richardson and Bayer on defense, and Riley Johnson will take the puck drop.
Yeah, and these three have been the Bulldogs' best players really all night. This line has been really the best line on the ice, the 3 best players on the ice for both teams. Expect to see more of the same in this third period.
As face-off goes in favor of the Bulldogs, Richardson, pass up ice, Johnson leaves it to the left. Simon couldn't handle it, now it'll go the other way. It's Bayer on her horse, and she will reset on the fresh surface. Karem's off the boards. Now Johnson chasing after it. Johnson from the hard angle. It'll be covered up, and we will... I never heard a whistle, but we're going to have a face-off nonetheless. As taking a look at some stats here.
Bulldogs now officially out shooting that, their 21st shot after 40 minutes. They really outplayed everything. You look at the power play percentage. That's the main thing. Bulldogs 2 for 2. Haven't had to kill a penalty yet. I'm sure Coach Chad Davis will be thrilled with that.
It's Bayer with the great stick work to steal that puck away. Now the Bulldogs trying to take over. It'll be covered up once again. We'll have another whistle. This time it was Ava Mataliano who was trying to get it to go with the backhand.
I think Courtney Ben is going to be kicking herself. It looked like she had an open net. Backdoor puck just went over her stick. I expect her and Riley Johnson to get on the board in this third period as Ben shoots one right off the draw. Can't get it through.
Mataliano, now Ben with the spinning shot. It'll be picked up by Lowe. Feeds to Mataliano. Wrap around chance, can't keep it on the tape. The backhand pass, and it's stolen away. Going the other way is Larson. Rebecca Larson. Dump and chase into the corner. And Larson is caught up into the boards. Mataliano applying pressure, but it's Ben with the steal on the blue line. And the nice move, but gets taken off her skates. Great physical defense from the Sabres. Going the other way, the pass into the neutral zone. It had life, but ends up covered up by Stack. And now we'll have ourselves a offensive zone draw for the Sabres to the left of Stack.
See if the Sabres go more offensive. See if they can just put a little pressure on this Bulldog team. Ever since the first period, there's really been none of that. You're down 4-0 now. There's really no disadvantage. You might allow a few more. And loss is a loss, whether it's 4-0, whether it's 10-0. I'd like to see if they could apply a little bit of pressure to this Bulldog defense.
Lauby tried to play it off the boards. It escaped for a moment, but the Bulldogs battling for possession. This one finds Lacola. Now back over. Richardson fanned on it. It slipped out of her hand and ended up hitting her in the back of the head, was her stick. As now Richardson plays it to Carpenter. Slaps this into the corner. Sabres pick it up, and they're skating around. Not really making plays passing. Bulldogs get aggressive. Lobe can't handle it. It's picked up by Carpenter. Cross ice feed. Richardson, one-time shot into the glove. Nonchalant grab was Jillian Traver.
Yeah, more good shifts from the Bulldogs. The top line comes over the boards once again. Just a lot of zone time. Really nothing. Maryland, or I keep saying Maryland for some reason. The big M is throwing me off. Marian, excuse me, really having a tough time getting out of their own end.
As this is loose in the crease, battling, and a great save. Somehow it gets out, and going the other way, it'll be icing. And I think we need to see this one again. I also think the ref might need a new whistle. I haven't heard it.
Yeah, I didn't hear that one, but I don't know how this puck doesn't go in. You can see puck is loose in the blue paint. You see Johnson whacking at it. I believe Emma Simon is also in there. Not sure how it doesn't go.
I think Logan Crawford is the answer to that question. I think she got her stick in there and poked it free. As now Simon trying to pick it up behind the goal line. It's going the other way. Johnson stays patient. It's off the leg of Spees and covered up. I think so far, if you're the Sabres, you might be happy. Obviously, you'd prefer the win, but you might be happy if it's 4-0 walking into tomorrow. That's a confidence booster, letting you know that it's well within hand. Two scoreless frames would be a dream for this Sabres team.
Yeah, I think if going into tomorrow, obviously they'd want to score one so they know they can do it, give them a little confidence. but allowing 4 to this Bulldog team, like you said, is pretty good. And it being just in one period, really like a 5-minute span where the Bulldogs put 3. Another icing. Heard the whistle that time, but the Sabres really, aside from the first 5 minutes in the second period, it's a 1-0 game. But other than that, obviously, you have to play the full 60 minutes. That's what I referred to in the opener. They played a great 20 minutes, then took about 5 minutes off, and that kind of cost them.
As the Sabres win the faceoff, their pass gets deflected. It'll be picked up and cleared out of their zone. Richardson gets battled off the puck. LeClaire plays it underneath. Lowe chasing after it, and big contact from Maddie Lowe. Absolutely planted Caitlin Quinn. Traver picks up the puck on defense, going the other way, plays it up ice. Now fed over to Bayer. Mataliano couldn't grab it. It's going to be Reardon covering underneath. Fans on the pass. Reardon trying to make the most of a broken play. It's going to be stolen away and into the bench area. Nice little souvenir for the Bulldog players. I believe the official will steal that souvenir right back.
Coach Davis just throws that one back. A few nice moves from Reardon. I think she lost it originally, then got it back, and a few nice toe drags. Unfortunately, just lost it at the very end once again.
As this face-off going to be won by the Sabres. Played up ice. Takes a Bulldog bounce, and a fortunate pass. Reardon, 2-on-1. Has Markovic on the back door. Markovic can't get it on the tape. It'll find its way into the corner. Now a scrum, battling for possession. Sabres will come away. The pass up ice. Untouched will be icing, but it's going to have to be grabbed by the Bulldogs. Markovic plays it forward. Reardon can't do anything with it. Tumbling around, and now it'll find its way into the corner once again. Castle chasing after it. Lacola sent it up ice for a chance. The Sabres going the other way. Brakes applied. Going to be another scrum here, this time in the Bulldogs' end. Passed out of the danger zone. That was the Bulldogs having some trouble with it here. Now battling is DeDobbler. It's off her skate. Played back. Passed up ice. Battling is DeDobbler. And now Klein. First time calling her name in this period. A nice move, getting around one. Klein with speed has it poked away. Now passed up ice.
It's a nice stick right there.
As going into the corner. Pass right in front. And a missed opportunity from Miller. Chance to go high and get the goal there for the Sabres. Now sent in front. No deflection. Crawford to Miller. Stolen away by the Bulldogs. Trying to transition. Pomerleau can't handle it. Simon had some speed. A nice play there by Traver. Passed up. Sturgeon plays it to Simon. Into the corner. Simon gets battled off the puck. Johnson to Pomerleau, who can't make good contact on the shot. Bulldogs will keep it in the offensive zone. Underneath, Simon swiping at it. It's stolen away. Mullen plays it forward. Larson dives out of the zone, back in, trying to apply the pressure on Richardson. Pomerleau's pass. Can't find LaFleur, who has to apply the brakes. Now Sturgeon unable to do much with the puck. It'll be stolen away. Bateman leaves it. The shot attempt is high and outside. LaFleur tries to go off the boards. It was well read. Good job there by Lauby. Bulldogs, LaFleur tried to make a play, but it's dumped back underneath. Sabres make the change. Now off the boards. Off the skate of Gonzalez. LaFleur, aggressive, takes the puck. Trying to go into the offensive zone. And now the Sabres counterattack. Gonzalez, feed, shot is wide. Carpenter plays it off the boards, takes a tumble. Newhouse will send it underneath. Sabres really applying great pressure, but it's LaFleur. One player to beat. LaFleur spinning, pass, shot, saved. Great job there by Jillian Traver.
Yeah, that's an A+ save. LaFleur taking another look at it. Not sure if she knew what she wanted to do. She turns backwards. Right in here, one-on-one with Jillian Newhouse, and then finally fed it across. Travers, sliding save, a really nice one in that. Bulldogs now up to 29 shots on goal compared to the Sabres 20.
Going the other way, Gonzalez will dump it underneath the red line. It's up to Ben. Going the other way, 3-on-2 opportunity. The chance, shot off the blocker. Dumped underneath by Klein. Klein and Castle, the defensive line right now for the Bulldogs. This pass to Gonzalez, out of reach. Off the boards, Spees plays it once again. Castle dumps it from the center line all the way, wrapping. Good defense by the Bulldogs to create the turnover. Ben, fancy move, the shot is high. Trying to pick it up was Mataliano, but it's covered up.
Yeah, Courtney Ben probably is the hardest shot of anyone on this team. She's got a really quick release. Saw it last year, scoring 22 goals. Haven't seen it be a real factor yet in this game. It's a lot of nice sticks from the Sabre defense. She keeps at it, though. I'm sure she will get rewarded eventually.
As Hubenschmidt battles for possession. Trying to take it towards the crease, but it's taken off her stick. Now passed back over to Kaylee Simon. Shot right in front. Hubenschmidt was there for the rebound, as now Sturgeon will take a tumble. Carpenter finds Simon, one-timer. Goes wide. Battling in the slot, and it'll be cleared all the way down. And I believe we will have icing, which is a perfect moment for me to remind you that ACTV broadcasts are fully student-ran. Today's staffing, of course, Tate Wise directing for us today. You have Dakota Schneider on switcher with, I believe it's Akeelia Graham on one action cam, Michael Hale on the other action cam. Bulldogs with a shot attempt. It'll be deflected. And then on our top cam is Owen Barber. Josiah Durrell is our executive producer, and the student producers is almost an own goal there. Trying to get a fancy feed off the glass. Got a little scary by the Bulldogs.
Take another look. Not really sure what happened here. Yeah, just a little bit of a mishap right in front of the net. Parker Bayer, sure they'll have a laugh about that one after the game, but a little bit dangerous right in front of the net. No harm done.
As Johnson picks it up in the neutral zone, going the other way. Tried to feed it into the slot, but it's gonna stay completely still as nobody can seem to make contact. Now off the boards, it'll wrap all the way around, chasing after it. And trying to make a play is the Bulldogs. It will escape the zone. Dumping it back in is Lacola. Bateman puts the brakes on, but the Bulldogs with the takeaway. Sturgeon wants it, fans on the shot, and will just dump it into the corner. Johnson chasing after it, spinning. Nice move. Johnson's shot blockered away. Hunter sends it around for Newhouse. Newhouse picks it up. Has Bateman up ice. Unable to make anything happen. Now Carpenter going on the attack. Gets stuck in the corner. Hubenschmidt comes over for help. It gets past Richardson. And Castle will just pick up the loose puck. As this one caroms off the skate of LeClaire. Richardson plays it forward, and it will be covered up. Also, of course, ACTV being fully student ran allows for a lot of awesome opportunities that the students get to take full advantage of. Of course, myself getting to run Bulldog Minute and interview an athlete after a stellar week of performances each week. And now this shot from Ben is loose, still battling. Well, as I was saying, of course, Mia Gations, the number 12 ranked nationally women's wrestler, sat down with me this week. You can find that video on YouTube and on all of our social media platforms. There's the short form version of it. He's back to action. This one off the boards. Played up. Ben, fans on it. It's stolen away. Going the other way. Spinning and asking for the pass is Gonzalez. She'll get it a little later than I think she wanted. Gets tangled up. Richardson sends it off the boards. Ben in pursuit. And stick got grabbed there a little bit. This one off the boards. That was Spees who got tangled up. Gonzalez will send it back underneath. Klein picking up the puck. Now it's passed up ice to Mazzoliano. Trying to make a move and does a good windmill to get around the one defender, but didn't matter. Bayer back to Simon. Now back to Bayer. Mazzoliano pass in front, low, leaves it for Mazzoliano. He gets battled off the puck. Shot attempt, can't handle it. Low, can't either. Ben gets fought off. Low will just dump it into the corner. Mazzoliano applying pressure. It's stolen away by Johnson. Johnson creating an opportunity for herself. Spins, pass into the slot, but fanning on it was Markovic. LaFleur picks up the puck. Markovic plays it into the corner. Johnson's pass. It's going to be D to D. Simon shot will score! Kaylee Simon!
Shot through a lot of bodies. I believe that's going to be her first goal of her career. Maybe not, it's her second, but first this year regardless. Shot through a bunch of bodies. Nice insurance goal there.
I think that might be the first time that the Simon sisters have both scored in the game based on their reaction. I could be wrong, but that is Kaylee Simon's second career goal. As you could see the level of excitement from her when she let that one go. Skating in reverse is Castle. Nice stick work. Lacola has some contact into the boards. Pass into the slot, stolen away. Pomerleau makes a nice move, getting around two. Cross ice feed to Markovic. Haven't seen Emma Simon in a while. Now Carpenter and Klein applying pressure. Klein keeps it in the offensive zone. Carpenter tries to do the same, but Crawford will play it. Hubenschmidt pokes it free. It's played back. Hubenschmidt sends it to Klein. Up ice feed to Carpenter. No, it'll get past Carpenter. Played back, now dumped in. Bulldogs have to get out of the offensive zone. Now they'll return, applying the pressure. Puck wraps around. Larson sends it out into the neutral zone. Reardon rifles into the corner. 5 minutes and 10 seconds remain here in the third period. This one is kicked. Klein picks it up in the neutral zone and will send a laser back underneath for the change. Carpenter applying pressure once again. This one is stolen away in the neutral zone by Ben. Ben goes in reverse for a second. The shot straight into that M, and we'll have ourselves a face-off.
Bulldogs up to now 61 shot attempts in the game compared to the Sabres 32. Shots on goal. The Bulldogs now opened up a fairly wide margin, 35-20. So we've seen them play better Bulldog hockey than what we saw in the first period. This third period has been pretty much all Bulldogs in that Sabre end.
As Kaylee Simon will dump it underneath. And great effort by Simon to keep it in the offensive zone. Dumping it underneath once again. Ben battling for positioning as Kaylee Simon will pick it up. Passed over to Lowe. Dumps it onto the dot. Applying pressure, but a long ice feed recovered by Kaylee Simon. Lowe back to Simon. Up to Mataliano. Will dump it and chase. And big contact from a Sabre and a Bulldog once again. More contact as the Sabres are getting physical. This is going to be played over and off the boards by Bayer. Nice job. This one caroms off the glass and goes into the offensive zone for the Bulldogs. Pomerleau takes a little bit of a tumble. Now Bayer, back and forth, up ice feed, Pomerleau to Johnson. Johnson, pass cross, and the back door was Emma Simon, who couldn't stretch out and get it. Pomerleau sends it to the blue line, D-to-D pass. Bayer's shot will be wide, picked up, trying for the wraparound. Now Johnson's shot, up and over the goal. Bulldogs trying to get fancy with it.
Not really sure how Riley Johnson did not score that. Don't think anyone knew where the puck was but her. She had all day and just shot it over top of the net.
As Johnson plays it off the glass, now into the slot. No one touching it. This one shot will score! Paige Pomerleau!
Yeah, this line of Pomerleau, Simon, and Johnson is just clicking everywhere as Johnson lifts the stick. Simon passes it bang, bang to Pomerleau, who gets her second of the night, gives her 4 points. Simon now picks up her second assist, gives her 4 points. Not sure if they're going to credit an assist to Johnson. Regardless, she has 2 assists. At line now with 10 points combined in this one.
Bulldogs win the faceoff. Castle, D-to-D pass now up. Deflects by Markovic into the corner. Chasing after it is Reardon. It's crazy. We mentioned Simon hadn't been on the ice with her usual line mates in a while. First time we've seen her on the ice, the line scores. As Hubenschmidt makes a nice move, but puck got a little bit too far away from her. Castle chasing after it, a little miscommunication, but Castle will pick up the puck. This one's stolen away. Spees shot, it's loose and still loose, no, covered up. That was a very dangerous opportunity, but the Bulldogs stay clean.
Nick, another look. It's Ella Spees once again just reading the eyes of the Bulldog defense, intercepts that pass. Gets a shot through, I believe Piper Miller got a stick on it. Fortunately, it just really never made it on net. Kira Stack makes her 21st save. She looks for her first shutout of the year.
Bulldogs lead 6-0, 37 shots on goal to 21 with 1:58 left in the third period. Bayer applies the brakes and had a defender tumbling. As Spees plays it back. This one shot deflected. Bayer created a wall. It's stolen away. Bateman sends a shot on net. Larson tried to get the rebound. Unsuccessful. As Bayer can't handle it. Brakes applied. This one off the glass, and we'll have ourselves a whistle for icing. So minute 17 stuck on the clock.
They did end up crediting Riley Johnson with an assist. So she is 3 points, and then her line mates, Palmerlow and Simon, each with 4. So I'm sure we're going to see that line moving forward. Parker Bayer on the back end leads the team in plus minus at +4. Most of the other players, most of that line is at +3. Emma Simon at +2, but Parker Bayer picking up an assist and +4. Good night on the back end.
As Markovich was battling for possession, unable to see where the puck went. The Bulldogs will turn it over. Going the other way. This one shot off. Still battling for possession. Markovich picks it up. Minute remains in the period. Markovich goes into the bench area. Hubenschmidt sends it across ice. No one home. Spees going the other way. Nice move by Spees, but off the skate. And a great defensive effort there by the Bulldogs. Ben gets fancy, keeps the puck. The shot is blocked away. Back at the blue line, Castle, the slap shot up and over. Ben picks it up, the pass in front. Now back to the blue line. Castle can't handle it. 23 seconds remain. See if the Bulldogs try to do one more rush. This one dumped in, sticked away by Traver, wrapping the boards. Castle unable to keep it in the offensive zone. Now going the other way with 8 seconds left. This game is going to end at 6-0 with the clock officially expiring. Last touched by Lowe, and the Bulldogs celebrate.
First one of the year in the books for the Bulldogs. Pretty well played game. After that first period, I think they really showed who their true colors were. Just playing in the offensive end a lot more than Marian would have liked. Bulldogs, they'll be happy with the win. Still a lot of stuff to improve on, obviously. It is only the third game of the year. These two teams will go to battle once again tomorrow afternoon. Curious to see if starting goalies stay the same, or we've seen Kiera Stack now for all three. Wonder if we see maybe a Vanessa Rubin in net, or we shall really see. We don't really know. And then on the other side of things, wonder if we see Traver once again, or if they go to one of the two freshmen they have, Wolbler and Fuchs, both freshmen. We will see, and that is tomorrow's problem. Bulldogs come away victorious here.
Although not a problem you'll be able to step away from, as you will be on that call with Michael Schubeck, and it's a busy weekend here on the campus of Adrian College. We have a women's wrestling tournament that won't be on ACTV, but what will be on ACTV is a host of events with football and women's volleyball kicking the day off. Those both start at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, women's volleyball, it'll be, I believe, their senior day. It'll be the last game. Bulldogs just salute the crowd, coming off a nice 5-set thriller against Kalamazoo College, winning that one. They look to build off that, and then football, obviously, trying to keep par with Kalamazoo, or excuse me, with Alma and Hope at the top of the MIAA. Of course, Bulldogs will play Alma College next Saturday. And that game might be for #1 seed in the MIAA.
Yeah, that is senior day for football as well. We then have the game 2 of this Marian matchup. As we mentioned, And then we have women's basketball's home opener against Hiram College. That'll start around 5 o'clock. Closing out tomorrow will be women's D2 versus University of Illinois, starting around 7. And on Sunday, we have 2 contests. Women's D2 will finish their series against the University of Illinois. And the home will conclude as men's D3 will take on Trine University. That puck drop is at 4 p.m. It will be an exciting weekend of action here on ACTV. And this was an exciting game of action. Bulldogs win 6-0. 38 shots on goal to 23. As the 3 stars, it's going to be Kira Stack. First one announced. 2 more Bulldogs, and the second star is Paige Pomerleau.
Pomerleau and Simon with literally the exact same stats, so I'm wondering how they decided between the second and first star. Going to give it to Simon. Both, that whole line mixed with Riley Johnson was incredible for the Bulldogs tonight, accounting for 4 of the 6 goals. So we assume we're going to see that line again tomorrow. I will get to see it firsthand. I'm expecting the same results.
And those results are in from all of us here at ACTV. I'd like to thank you for joining us, and we will see you tomorrow